plus 4 until end of turn. After that resolves, your opponent has to diminish, which the target creature becomes 1/1 until end of turn. What is your Birds of Paradise now? Yes, I see 5/5 held up in the air back there. 5/5. Why is it a 5/5?
Because the diminish applies before the giant growth, making the Birds of Paradise a base 1/1, and then giant growth comes over the top.
Exactly. We have our setting ability, and then we have our modifying ability. So first it becomes a 1/1, then it gets +4/+4. Diminish didn't do what your opponent thought it was going to do, or they were just being nice and they wanted you to have a bigger creature. Okay, next we have this interaction. We have a Sarkhan the Dragon Speaker. You've activated its first ability and turned it into a creature. And then, actually your opponent has done that, and now you have copied it. Yes?
You get a Sarkhan the Planeswalker on your side of the field that you get a copy of a Planeswalker.
Yes. You get a copy of the card. It's going to copy the card. It's not going to copy the abilities that are in the other layers. So in the copy layer, we have Planeswalker, Sarkhan, all those things. So you're going to have an unanimated Planeswalker. Of course, theirs isn't going to be anything because it's not on the battlefield anymore, so that's good. And you have a Sarkhan, which you can activate on your own turn, but you can't really do anything on their turn. Very good. Next scenario. Your opponent has Dismember targeting your Altec Bloodseeker. In response, you cast Inside Out, which resolves. Then you kill 2 of your opponent's creature. Then the Dismember is going to resolve. Okay? So first we have Altec Bloodseeker. We've got a Dismember on the stack. We cast Inside Out, switching its power and toughness. Then we kill 2 creatures, giving it +2/+0 twice. What is our creature? Our Altec Bloodseeker before Dismember resolves. Yes?
It'll be a 1/5.
It'll be a 1/5. Any other answers?
What's the numbers?
It'll be a 1/6.
It'll be a 1/6.
After December results?
Before Dismember resolves. Okay. Why? Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Because you apply all of the modifying abilities before you switch, and then you switch is the last thing you do. So you end up with a 1/6 prior to December result.
Okay. So yes. So what happens is it's a 2/1. In the modifying layer, it gets +2/+0. It gets +2/+0 again, making it a 6/1. Then in the switching layer, it becomes a 1/6. Now we have Dismember resolving. Do we get to keep our creature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's now a
0/1.
yes.
Well, -4/4.
Yes. There you go. Yeah. -4/1. So with 1 toughness, it will remain on the battlefield. Okay. I do have some more scenarios. It looks like we have 2 minutes left. So we'll do this complicated scenario. So you control all of these permanents. You've stolen the bear with Olivia. So you made it into a vampire, and then you took control of it, putting a 1/1 counter onto Olivia. And you also control all the rest of the things that are on the battlefield.
why haven't we won?
What's that? Why haven't we won yet? Well, because we haven't attacked. Okay, so we've got our Olivia. We also have a Lord of Lineage. Let's look first at Olivia. What color is Olivia right now?
Black.
Straight leg.
Black. Is she red? Why not?
Target.
Darkest Hour says all creatures are black, supersedes everything. Okay, Olivia is black. What's her power and toughness?
7/7.
Okay, so she's a 3/3. She gets +1/+1 from the counter, making her 4/4. She also gets +2/+2 from the vampire because she's a vampire. And what about Ashenmoor Lineage?
She's not ready.
She's not red anymore, so she doesn't get the ability because it's red. She just gets the ability because she's black. So +1 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 + 3 is 7. So she's a 7/7. What about our bear?
Is that a 4/4 or a 2?
That is a 4/4 got the power and toughness before it turned black, it wouldn't get the bonus from action or leech. So yes, it gets +2/+2 because it's a vampire, and that's in the type layer. And then it gets the +4/+4. Now what I didn't have time to do was pass out these little sheets to you, which I'm going to pass out now. If you can just, pass them across. So these are nifty little power and toughness cheat sheets for you. Didn't want you to cheat during the seminar. You just take one and pass it, and I'll put some over here too. There. All right. You have an extra? Okay. Fantastic. So what we want to do is when we're analyzing things like this that have a lot of complicated things, just start at the bottom, go through. When you get to layer 4, you say, oh, okay, type layer, okay, it's a vampire. And then you say, oh, color layer, okay, it is and actually color is, so in 4, type becomes vampire, in 5, becomes black, then you get 6, abilities, no abilities, 7, okay, now we're in layer 7. In 7C, it gets the +2/+2 and the +1/+1, making it a 7/7 black bear vampire. And I think she says vampire in addition. Yes, vampire in addition. So it is still a bear, but now it's a vampire bear. All right, any final questions? Yes.
Okay, so it took me a minute to find this particular card. If you have a characteristic defining ability that is set by a trigger or by some other condition, what is it if that condition has ever been set? If it's in your hand.
Okay.
The specific example is Sewer Nemesis. As it enters the battlefield, choose a player. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in that player's graveyard.
Okay.
It's in your hand and has never entered the battlefield.
Okay.
What is its power and toughness in your hand? It is a characteristic class.
So so characteristic defining ability, it just depends on what's in their graveyard.
But it doesn't, you choose the player, so the...
Oh, you haven't chosen, I see.
And-
Okay, so it's undefined.
So it's like,
Yeah, we are actually at time, so if you have any further questions, please feel free to come up to me during our breaks or anything like that. I will be happy to answer any other questions that you have about layers or anything else. But thank you so much for coming to my seminar, and enjoy the rest of your day.